Hello, a family business. Um, a wee update. My eldest daughter, Diana, had major spinal surgery, which didn't look good for quite a long time there. She was in hospital in Glasgow and it didn't look good at all. But she pulled through and she's now doing okay, although she's walking with crutches and needs a chair when she's out. But the surgery was a success eventually. The first June wasn't, but the second June was. Anyway, we just got that passed after a couple of months up and doing like a yo-yo to Glasgow for where we are here. And then we get really bad news about my brother who lives just 100 yards away from me. He was given just weeks to live, and so he passed on the 11th of November. So it's been a really tough, the last bit of the year has been really tough, and I'll certainly be delighted when 2020 comes. I just hope it brings a wee bit more joy than anything else. Anyway, my stories, as I say, I've told you quite a few stories that have been coming to me, lately. But one my dad told me about many, many years ago, and I thought this was an absolute cracker because it just shows you that in this life, we don't know what is on the other side. And he had a sister, my Aunt Jean, and she was sort of like me. She was into knowing what was there and hoping she knew what was there and talking about spirits and ghosts, etc. And one night, my Auntie Jean was taken very early in her life. I think she was 46, something like, maybe not even that. And she also died very quickly of the dreaded cancer. But anyway, that was 30 odd year ago. But she, as I say, was like me and she enjoyed telling us as children wee stories that we would carry on in the future and tell our children. And one in particular sticks out is one night she was looking for a cat outside the house. Now, where she lived was in a small cottage on the side of a hill, and there was sort of fields all the way around about her. So she's out in the field and she's shouting at her cat, which name was Fuzzy. And she's out shouting, Fuzzy, Fuzzy, looking for this cat, maybe about midnight. And unbeknownst to her, she came back into her house. Unbeknownst to her, two men who had been out in the fields going towards the village where there was a pub had saw her, and she had on a sort of white nightdress thing, and they had, gone rushing into the pub and they had said, see up at that cottage up there where that family lives, because we're pretty well known. That family lives. I will never go up by that cottage again. We saw the weirdest thing there. A woman floating across the field and she had a white robe on. And they obviously, for the rest of their life, presumed it was a ghost. But they are, if they know who they are and they get to see this, they'll know who they are. And there you go, it was my Aunt Jean. And I always remember my dad coming for the pub, although my dad wasn't a drinker, but he enjoyed a wee half now and again with his dad at the local pub. And he came in and they told my grandmother what had happened, and my grandmother had said, oh, that'll be Jean. That'll be Jean going about there. But the point I'm making of the story is, in later years after Jean died, and as I say, she died very young of cancer, breast cancer. And anyway, I told you it once before, I think, about my brother, who's now, he died just a few weeks ago. He was down at Waterside and he was coming home and he was standing in the bus shelter on his own. It was a cold, miserable night, and he looked round and my Auntie Jean was standing, and he spoke to her and she spoke to him. And when he looked round to see if the bus was coming and looked back room, she was gone. So all I'm saying is now they're together. I mean, I believe firmly that Jimmy, my eldest brother, is now with my dad and my aunts and my uncles and my grandpas and my grannies. And I just hope he keeps looking down on us, because it's been a very sad year. Mum in particular, she tries to think she's quite, kind of robust and gets over these things quickly, but at the end of the day, it's her oldest son, and she is heartbroken, absolutely heartbroken, and into the bargain completely and utterly devastated with my oldest daughter Diana having the emergency spinal surgery, which Vernier didn't land well at all. But anyway, I'm back now and I have a list the length of my arms of stories people have been telling me that I've met in the street and wee stories. And there's one girl in particular I haven't been able to get over to her yet, Caroline's daughter, and I think she lives in Knockin. Well, sorry, I was going to see where she lived, but she lives near about anyway. And I need to get over and speak to her because she's desperate to tell me that I had experiences in life, and this is what I want to do. I want to be able to write all these down and someday put them down on paper, and it's always wee stories that can be left. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye for now. I'm going to go. It's, as you know, 5, 6 days to Christmas. No, it's, yeah, 5 or 6 days to Christmas. So I'm looking forward to spending time with my family, and the grandchildren will be here, and I'm just so much looking forward to it. I've got all my gifts wrapped, all my cards up, etc. Really looking forward to it. But anyway, that's me back now anyway, and I hope you've enjoyed what I've been telling you about my family, and you'll hear from me again real soon. Okay, thanks for listening. Bye bye.